Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and this is the 9th video for the double slice layer cake quilt along. In this video, I've got the quilt rows back on the design wall to make sure one last time it looks good before I sew the rows together. This step is totally optional. I just prefer to do it this way to make sure I haven't made any mistakes. Okay, so now I'm going to pin row 2 to row 1. I've got my 1 here so that this identifies that this is row 1, and then here's my row 2. And these pins, they're called numbered pins. I love them because I get interrupted all the time, and I don't want to attach the wrong row together. So this way I can take all of these to my station and start pinning. Okay, so what I'm going to do is open up row 1, and I'm going to then open up row 2, and I'm going to, and I know it's kind of hard for you to see, but so this is row 1, this is row 2. I'm just going to flip this over, okay, and then we're going to pin it. So this is the end. I don't want to actually start pinning at the end. I'm going to slide over to the middle, find that middle seam line, and then I'm going to pin over to the right. So I'm just going to condense this a little bit, find my middle seam, and I think it's safe to say that this is the middle one right here, okay? So I'm going to take this seam and match it up to this one and pin it, okay? So now I'm going to work to the right. Here's the next seam. So I'm just going to make sure they line up. I will tell you that this is the one area that I am not the best, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so again, this is going to be the last seam to the right. I'm going to pin that. And then what I'll probably do is come in here in the middle and probably pin it again. And then now I'm going to just pin one right here at the very, very end. And I am one of those people that pins probably more than I should. I'm going to also pin over here on the side so that it doesn't shift when I'm taking it to the sewing machine. So now I'm going to fold up the right side, and then I'm going to come back over here and line up the seams to the left. Okay, so while I'm finishing this up, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I'll finish pinning row 2 to row 1, and then I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and sew my 1/4 inch seam. Then I'll take row 3, pin it to row 2, and then sew it. I won't go ahead and pin the whole quilt. I'll just do one row at a time until I reach the very end of the quilt. So then in the next video, I'll show you the quilt top complete, along with how I measure it for the backing binding fabric. If you'd like to join us for our next quilt along, please join us on my Chicken Scratch Quilt Along Facebook group, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.